You know, Caroline, I think about what's happened to our whānau all over New Zealand, but especially down the coast and, you know, Hastings and stuff like that. And it's very easy for people to offer words, but we need to be careful because we're not in that space. But I think one of the things that comes from this sort of trauma is the way it affects us mentally, eh? Yeah. And one of the things that I've found in my journey through tough times is if I'm feeling bad, or if I'm feeling down, or if I'm feeling grey or feeling black or whatever in that negative space, I need to own it. Yeah. And I need to go, look, I'm feeling stink. There's all these external things that are happening to me. I don't feel good at all. But for me, I sort of use it a bit like a wave that hits you when you're swimming. That wave will pass, but we have to have skills and things to give us the ability to take those rough days. And one of them for me was to make sure that I owned my feelings and recognize it. I'm feeling depressed today, or I'm feeling dark today, and I'd own it. And sometimes I would even write it down, because what happens with, especially men, and Māori men like me, what happens with us is we let these thoughts just fly around in our head, and we behave differently, and sometimes not well or not good, and they're untidy in our thoughts. And sometimes when you say, I'm feeling bad, this will pass, I'm going to survive this, it's going to take a day or maybe 2 days or whatever, then you can have some action, you can talk to somebody, but let your whānau know. So, you know, Dad's not feeling that flesh today, and that's a really good way of starting to work through what happens when you get hit by these huge negatives, eh? Yeah. You know, and people have lost so much, you know, there's people who are going to redesign the way they live, really, where they live even, and what they do for a job. And the forestry sector, like others in the past, is in a situation where they're perceived to be the bad guys, but when our whānau go out to work and they work hard and they're highly skilled, what's their intent? Their intent is to go and do a good job. Yeah. A lot of these guys have been working there for a long time, and wahine, to do a good job, to look after their whānau. That intent and that way of life is a rangatira way of thinking and doing things. So even though you're feeling dark, your behaviour is still that of a rangatira going out to work every day, eh? So own it, keep it tidy, talk to people, let your whānau know that you're not feeling good, but you're going to be right soon. And if you don't come right soon, keep talking to people to find the right help, I reckon, eh?
Yeah, I reckon owning it, owning the emotions, owning the events, owning the losses, important to allow that person to sit in that space, just wait for it to ride through.
Yeah. And don't complicate it with other things that are going to mess you. And I'll be honest with you, when I went through some deep grief, I was drinking a bit too much, complicates things. I was not looking after myself. And that's it. Be selfish with the way you look after yourself mentally and physically. And we'll touch on that soon, I reckon.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.